Hey guys, this is Callum from EnglishShooting, and today I've got the Elftmann Tactical AR15 AR10 ambidextrous push type speed safety, otherwise known as a crossbolt safety. Now, some of you would have seen that this is actually John's crossbolt safety and he has it in his 1522, and that's because it's compatible with all AR15 platforms, including the Smith and Wesson 1522, and that's why certainly I'm interested in this upgrade. Now, the reason you go for a crossbolt safety rather than the conventional sort of flick safety is because these are faster, and in multi-gun sort of speed shooting, 3-gun shooting, this is going to shave fractions of seconds off your time. And when you're talking about those sorts of matches, the fractions of seconds are what makes the difference, and this will just make it quicker and easier to first disengage and then secondly re-engage your safety. Now, as I said, this is fully compatible with the Smith and Wesson 1522, so I know that this is going to have quite a potential following within the UK. Unfortunately, there's nobody currently making these or selling them within the UK. They're all American. They retail for around the $40 mark, but obviously if you're getting them into the UK, you've got shipping and then probably duty on top of that. So it can work out as an expensive upgrade. I still think at the potentially 50-60 quid it's going to cost you to get one of these in the UK, it's fully worth it. And for the $40 it's going to cost somebody out in the States, again, an absolute must-have upgrade if you're going to be doing speed style shooting and quick shooting multi-gun 3-gun competitions. So this is a sort of close look at it. This is what you get in the kit. Obviously your crossbolt, you also get this retaining pin. This is to obviously keep the safety within the gun. Your gun will already have a similar pin, but obviously this requires an upgrade as well. One thing to note is this little groove, this slot here. You have to pay attention to the location and orientation of this slot as you're putting it into the gun, as it needs to line up with the pin and engage with the pin. If you have it rotated and the pin tries to engage with one of these sort of smooth faces, your safety is just going to come out. So pay attention to that, but I'll try and show you as I put it into the gun. So I'm going to grab the lower and install it for you now. So installing it really couldn't be simpler. You need to make sure that your hammer is cocked back. You get your crossbolt, make sure that that slot is at the bottom, and you just feed it through. There's it in place. You then need to turn your gun over. You've then got 2 holes on this side. One's for your takedown pin, sort of retainer pin, and you've also got the second hole, and that's for the retainer pin for your safety. You obviously then get your new retain pin, drop it down in there, try and give it a wiggle around. You could see it drop down there. That means that it's engaged with that slot and it should retain your safety nicely. Obviously make sure you put your retain pin for your takedown pin in there, put your spring in. I like to get the spring already in the grip, and then you just slide it in place. Make sure that you don't crush or damage any of these springs as you're doing it. Push it down, and there you go. Nice and tight, there you go, all in place. And there you can see a fully operational crossbolt safety. You can see that it has got this red ring around it. That's obviously to indicate whether it's on or off safety. As you're shooting it, what you're going to see is that's your safety on, flick it off, and then you're ready to go. Obviously, I have got sort of smaller hands and I do struggle to reach that with my thumb. Personally, what I would like to see is this to be reversed. What I would like is to have the red ring there, so that would be off safety. So that means that would be on safety. I can flick that, and then for me that would be just a little bit faster. Now the upside of having it around this orientation is that if you've got it off safety, when you go to dump the gun, it's just a quick flick. You don't have to worry about sort of finding that lever. You just flick it on, dump it in the bin. So each orientation has its pros or cons. I just prefer for it to be the other way around. but it really does make a difference. It really does speed up engaging and disengaging your safety. Obviously, after installation, you want to make sure that it is functioning. You want to make sure that there's nothing wrong with the mechanics of the gun and that it is all engaging and your safety is working. The last thing you want is intermittent safety. Of course, the number one safety is this little guy here, but you want to function test it and just be as safe as possible. So there you go, guys. There's just a little introduction to the Elftmann Tactical crossbolt safety. You can buy them over from the States, as I said, for around the sort of $40 mark, and I think it's a worthwhile upgrade. I'll put all the links in the description below. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you found it useful, and as always, I hope to see you soon.